For years, I thrived in the high-pressure business world, but the workaholic life finally caught up with me. I was 35, very overweight, in chronic pain with severe mobility issues, terrible diet, no exercise. My health was a complete wreck. Then I went to a gentle yoga class and felt truly relaxed. The stress just melted away. I went from a size 18 to a size 8. I stopped getting sick. Pain disappeared. I learned to open my heart and I felt happy for the first time in years. So I said goodbye to the business world and started teaching. Yoga doesn't have to be strenuous. The easiest movements can trigger major release of chronic symptoms no matter your age.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hello, I'm Deborah Devine, and that was my story. Stress was taking my metabolism out of balance, and every system in my body was affected. But then I found gentle yoga. I was able to optimize my digestion as well as improve my circulation and blood flow, which brought balance back to my metabolism. Today, I'm sharing a very simple yoga sequence to help you restore balance to your metabolism and bring vitality back to your life. First, we'll bring fresh energy into the body by releasing the spine and the diaphragm. Then we move into our hips and our shoulders. After that, we work deeper into the belly and the low back, finishing up with a very soothing and grounding cool down. Do the whole series, or if you're busy, just one or two poses will help bring you closer to a balanced metabolism. Let's start the healing. Joining me today, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Debbie's noticed that her metabolism's slowed down over time as she ages. And Susan. Hi, Susan. Susan's noticed that her metabolism has caused her weight to fluctuate quite a bit. Let's begin. We're going to start with sun breaths seated on a chair. So it's a great idea to sit on the edge of the chair, not against the chair back. That is giving your spine and its muscles the opportunity to really lift through the front. Now you can take your feet and place them underneath your knees, just making sure that your knees and your feet are facing the same direction, so you feel really grounded here. Now we're going to take our hands together in front of the heart, and then we'll inhale the arms out and up. Sun breaths. Exhale. Come back in front of the heart. Inhale. Really energize the arms. Feel the arm muscles working. And exhale, back to heart center. Inhaling. We're warming up the shoulders and warming up the neck here. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we're going to turn the neck on the next round here. Inhaling, turning to the left. Exhaling, coming back to center. Now as we turn, lengthen the back of the neck. That gives the discs of the neck lots of room. Come back to center on the out breath. Inhaling one more time, turning to the left. Ground through the sit bones. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, turn to the right. Exhale, back to center. Now we're going to inhale and then draw the left ear closer to the left shoulder. Exhale, hands come back to center. Let's go to the opposite side now. Inhaling, right ear comes down. Exhale, back to center. Let's do the opposite side again. Inhaling, dropping over to the left. Exhaling, back to center. Inhaling, over to the right. Exhaling, back to center. These sun breaths and neck turns are a wonderful way to stimulate the thyroid gland. This is really what's governing our metabolism, and we get a lot of stuck energy up here. As we age, we notice that, maybe there's a little bit more thickness around the neck. We're just moving a lot of energy out of this area, clearing the way for fresh energy to come in, refreshing the thyroid gland and the parathyroid gland with these movements, increasing the circulation here. Now, let's come into downward facing dog. We're going to use the chair to help us. We turn the chair back towards us, and we place our hands on the sides of the chair. And we just begin to walk back and take the sit bones back, extending the spine and opening up the armpits. And then we're going to inhale and come forward, just walking forward. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Come back. Reach, open the armpits. Inhale, Coming back up to standing. Exhaling, downward facing dog here. And we're going to hold the downward facing dog as we continue to breathe here. Let the belly come to the front spine. And then let the in-breath come naturally. Feel the ribs opening out and up. We're activating the third chakra in this pose. Now, let's walk forward. Inhaling and resting. Now, please continue with downward facing dog. And when we come back in a few moments, we'll have more healing yoga for metabolism. Exhaling, downward facing dog.
Healing yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hi, my name is Debbie and I'm 51 years old. Over the years, I've noticed that my metabolism has started to slow down and I've gained a little bit of weight, especially in my midsection. I'm really hoping that through yoga, I can start to speed my metabolism up and maybe get back to the metabolism I had in my younger years.
So Debbie, when did you notice that your metabolism started to change?
Probably a couple of years ago, I noticed that I hadn't changed my exercise routine. I wasn't eating any more than usual, but I was starting to put on some extra pounds.
Well, these next few moves are really going to make a difference and help us with our metabolism. Let's begin with ups and overs. We're going to be using a belt. An old bathrobe tie or your husband's tie is just fine. First, we come into mountain pose, a nice strong standing pose where we feel really grounded. The heels are out, the toes are in. And we're coming back on the heels with our weight so that we can really feel grounded. Our upper legs are really starting to charge up. Go to the pelvic girdle, the glutes, the hips, and squeeze, engage the glutes. Then lift the ribs off of the pelvis and feel the belly opening up on the in-breaths. Feel the belly come back toward the front spine on the out-breaths. Really powerful breaths here. We're going to take the belt close with the hands in front, and then as we lift up and over, we give ourselves a little bit more room in the belt. We go as far as we can, we let the belt go, and then we start all over in the front. Inhaling. Strong arms, strong legs, and come back to the front. Inhaling. Breaking the belt, really squeezing the arms. And then the next round is going to have us turn our necks from side to side. Turning to the left, and then coming back to center. Turning to the right, and coming back to center. We need to really keep the back of the neck nice and long when we do these neck turns. That gives the discs lots of room to breathe and move. Now we're going to take another neck variation. So we can drop the belt down. And let's bring the feet a little bit closer together. Again, we're going to engage the idea of the mountain pose. Think of yourself as Mount Everest, 28,000 feet above sea level. Hug the muscles of the legs together and the glutes, the whole pelvic girdle active. Now we're going to take the right arm, swing it up and over to the left shoulder. Then we're going to take the left shoulder and move it up at the same time that we're moving down with the right hand. Now, sometimes the right shoulder wants to get in on the act. We just ask the right shoulder to come down and keep moving up with the left shoulder. Let the left ear come and rest on your hand here. And then we're going to go to the jaws. We're going to circle the jaws around. The jaws are a part of this whole anatomy that we're working with here. So circle around a couple times one way. And then circle around the other way a few times. And then allow the jaws to be quiet for a moment, and then take a long, slow, smooth in-breath deep into the crease that we're making on this left side. Keep moving up with that left shoulder and pressing down with the right hand. Exhale completely and ground through the heels. Then let the head come up. Unravel the arms. Seems like one of our shoulders is a little bit higher than the other. So we'll work on the other side to balance things out. Left side comes up and over, resting on the right shoulder. Right shoulder comes up, keeping the left shoulder down. The head tilts over so the right ear is resting on the shoulder. Squeezing deeply, we're moving a lot of lymphatic fluid out of this area as well. We're releasing a lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders. And we're using the breath to move all this energy. Circle the jaws around a few times one way and a few times the opposite way. And then draw your awareness and your attention deep into the crease that we're making on this right side. Long, slow, smooth in-breath here. Long, slow, smooth, and complete out-breath that grounds through the heels. Now, lift the head back up, unravel the arms. Very refreshing. Now let's take a few helicopters. So we're just going to stand with our strong legs and swing the arms around. This very gentle movement is allowing this pulling sensation. So the arms are coming out of the shoulder sockets here. This is releasing a lot of tension out of the upper arms, out of the upper shoulder shelf. Please continue to enjoy helicopters or the neck variations that we were just doing. And we'll be back in a few moments for more healing yoga for metabolism.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hi, I'm Susan. I'm 57 years old. I used to have some trouble with my weight going up and down, only by a few pounds, but then it would start to escalate. I found since doing yoga that it seems to have balanced my metabolism out somewhat. Not only does it help me deal with stress, which can make you hold on to some unwanted pounds, but it's also given me an awareness of the digestive system and what I eat and just how it works on the body. I find that my weight has now stabilized, and I really haven't gained more than a pound or two in the past 10 years that I've been doing yoga.
So Susan, what are the other effects of slowing metabolism have you noticed?
Well, I've noticed I don't have as much energy as I used to. And even though I exercise a lot, I find I have to do even more just to stay the same.
Interesting. Well, these next few poses are really going to get us working hard. Let's begin with Warrior 2. We're going to be coming into this position where the left foot is back and the right foot is forward. And we just look down and see that the heel of the right foot is making a line to the inner arch of the back foot. And if it's not, we just adjust ourselves. It doesn't have to be a really wide stance. It can be a shorter stance to keep your balance. If you need a chair or a table close by, then do that. Now, go to the back leg, hug muscle to bone, press down into the baby toe side of the back foot, and then move the knee of the front leg over to the baby toe side of the foot and press down into the heel. Squeeze the leg muscles, squeeze the glutes, draw the sit bones together and feel this wonderful opening up of energy in the legs. Inhale the arms up and draw the shoulder blades down the back as you exhale. Spread the fingers nice and wide and really activate the upper arm muscles. Hug the muscles to bone. Now, we're going to come forward into Parshva Konasana, the side angle pose. This is a wonderful pose to help with metabolism. We drop the head of the femur and let the pelvis come over as we reach. Then we get the elbow on the knee, or you can take your hand all the way to the ground as long as your spine is still in alignment. And then the left arm comes up and over, reaching to the sky. There's a wonderful line from the baby toe side of the back foot all the way up to the fingers. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Long, slow, smooth in breaths, long, slow, smooth out breaths. Really hug muscle to bone and get those glutes going. Draw the shoulder blade down the back and turn your gaze up into the inner elbow if your neck will allow it. Then we're going to come back up into Warrior 2. And then we'll straighten the knee, turn the toes forward, and we'll do the other side. Back heel comes back, and the front knee bends over towards the baby toe side of the foot. Press down into the baby toe side of the back foot too. Hug muscle to bone, both legs. Draw the sit bones together and feel this wonderful opening up of lymphatic tissue, of muscles and tendons. This is a really key area where the legs meet the torso. And when we work to open the energies up here, we can really get a fantastic workout going for the legs. Inhale the arms up and out. Try to see that the heart and the belly button and the bottom of the torso, the pelvic floor, are in a line. And if you feel yourself moving too far forward or too far back, just come to center. Check and see where you are. Energize the arms. Breathe deeply. Pause at the end of the out breath and feel that wonderful sense that the belly is coming to the front spine. Lift the perineum. Engage Mula Bandha. Pause until you're ready to really take that in-breath. Then, Parshvakonasana, the side angle. Drop the elbow to the knee as you let the pelvis come up and over the head of the femur and create this beautiful line here. This is an excellent pose for the hips. We're really working the whole pelvic girdle, and we're getting a lot of energy cleared out where the legs meet the torso. Now let's come back to Warrior Two. And then we'll straighten the legs, turn the toes forward, and then let the arms come down and just heel toe your way back into center. And stand here and feel how wonderful our legs are. There's a lot of vitality and a lot of energy running through our legs right now. We're going to stretch the backs of the legs with Prasarita Padottanasana, a standing forward fold with wide legs. We're using a chair and a blanket to support us. So we come to the seat of the chair and we take the legs a little bit wider. Heels are out, toes are in. We're going to be rotating the upper legs inwardly to protect the low back, to protect the SI joints. Bend the knees, take the sit bones back, and let the pelvis come up and over the heads of the femurs. And then rest the forehead down here, and you can allow your arms to fold over and rest. Now, go to the outside parts of the legs. The outer legs here, draw energy up. Go to the backs of the legs and draw energy up to the sit bones. Go to the inner parts of the legs and allow energy to come up the inner parts of the legs and to the sit bones as well. Keep that activation of the muscles. Let the out breath be complete. Feel the belly come to the front spine. Pause. Feel Mula Bandha. Feel that idea of waiting until you really need that breath. We're charging up and igniting the fires of digestion. All right, let's come back up. Bring the legs back into the center and then walk toward the back of the chair. Please continue to enjoy Prasarita Padottanasana or Warrior into Parshvakonasana during the break. And when we come back, we'll have more healing yoga for metabolism.
Healing yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Another contributor to a sluggish metabolism is poor circulation. When the body is not receiving blood at a healthy rate, all of the organs are affected. Using yoga breathing exercises can increase circulation with the added benefit of boosting your immune system.
Welcome back. In this episode dealing with metabolism, we opened up a lot of energy in the upper part of the body. And then we were working with the lower part of the body to really get a lot of muscle energy happening. Now we're going to be resting in a very soothing Shavasana. It's going to support our legs, protect our low back, and our neck. We'll be lying down with our knees over a bolster. And the head is going to be resting with a blanket behind the neck. You can take your glasses off if you like, Susan. And you can have the legs long, as Susan is, or you can let your soles of the feet come together and the knees come apart in a variation of Supta Baddha Kona. We'll take a long, slow, smooth in breath and fill up the whole body with light and spaciousness. And a long, slow, smooth out breath, exhaling and grounding. We'll let the shoulder blades come down the back, and we'll let the upper arms externally rotate, palms to sky. We let the fingers unfurl like the petals of a lotus. Long, slow, smooth in-breath into the whole back line of the body. Breathing in light and spaciousness and exhaling tension, exhaling, holding down. Long, slow, smooth in-breath into the front line of the body, breathing in light and spaciousness, and exhaling tension and gripping and opening. Now bring awareness to the base of the throat. This is the area that governs our metabolism, and take a long, slow, smooth in-breath here, breathing in light and spaciousness, and exhaling tension, exhaling holding. Please continue to enjoy this beautiful Shavasana for at least another 15 minutes. And we'll see you next time on Healing Yoga. Namaste.